everyone, and welcome to Meg's How To Videos, where today I am going to be reviewing the BASTRUMI automatic cat litter box. Alright, so to begin, we're going to start with the unboxing. First thing is to note, the box is a decent size. I like how it's got actual print on the outside of the box to show you what it is. This one did get a little damaged during the shipping process, but overall, from what it looks like, it definitely held up. So let's open her up. All right. So one thing that's nice to note is that it looks like the whole thing comes pre-assembled. That's definitely nice. Look at that. So let's see, what do we got inside here? Well, looks like we got a litter mat. Pretty durable. At least that's what it feels like. It's got the honeycomb pattern on it. Seems to be made out of some sort of foam-like material. All right, so inside here, looks like we got more trash bags. Comes with 1, 2 rolls. Comes with the power cable. And the user's manual. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna flip through it real quick. If you want to pause the video to read, feel free. But let's see. So, there we go. Now, some of you are probably like, man, you got 2 of those things. Well, earlier I had done a review video on the Family automatic cat litter box over here. Now I received this one from the same guy. I am pretty sure that they are identical, all right? The only difference is that this one, of course, has a different color ring and has the Family logo on the down in this corner, while this one doesn't have any logo, and of course comes in a silverish gray. Also, there's this plastic litter / urine trap to help funnel everything back inside. Definitely nice. However, I'm pretty sure it's just an add-on that just snaps on to the ring. So literally there's nothing changed to the actual litter box. I'm pretty sure these things are exactly identical. So I'm sure there's like probably a manufacturer overseas that makes these things and then sells them to companies, which then just slap on their own labels. So because of that, I'm not going to compare this one to that one. I'm going to be comparing this new one to my other Litter Robot 3. Yeah, I just thought this would be an interesting thing to show you so you guys can see that most likely there's going to be these same litter boxes that are going to be marketed under different brands, but they're like all the same. So to install the trash bag, I'm going to open up one of the trash bags, line it up inside here. Then there's these two little hooks on the bottom. Make sure that you slide underneath and up underneath this lip. Then you keep these sides on the inside. I'm gonna go over, line up the pull tab with the bag, go in between these two hooks. Wrap around. There we go. Make sure the bag sits all nice, and you can close it. In the past, I was forced to use a scoop to apply the litter to the litter box. However, now that they've added this like litter trap to the front, you can literally pour it in directly from these containers. Yes, it's still a little difficult, but it is doable. Now, after combing through what felt like countless hours of footage, I was able to obtain a few decent shots of the cats actually using the litter box. And I know it's so entertaining to watch cats, you know, go to the bathroom, but here's a shot of Luna. She's the white cat. Look at her just going in there and sitting there all proper like, while Simba, the orange cat here, he doesn't care. He's just gonna crawl right in there. He takes up the whole bowl, so he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna plop myself right here. Leo, he's the black cat. Now, I wasn't able to get any footage of him actually using the litter box. He seems a little unsure of it at the moment, but I'm sure in time, once he gets used to it being around, he'll eventually give it a try. Once the cat leaves, I believe the machine waits roughly about 3 minutes before it starts its rotation and starts to siphon out the waste. You can see in the footage it does a real good job doing so, and honestly, it's very quiet. In fact, it's quieter than my Litter Robot 3 by almost 10 decibels most of the time, so I'm pretty impressed. Well, there you have it. Now that we're all done testing out this automatic litter box, it's time for my favorite part of the review video, and that is the actual review. So I'll be rating this product on a 1 to 5 scale. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, over 4 different categories. All right, so the first category is appearance. Well, honestly, I like how this thing is pretty compact. It currently measures roughly 19 inches wide by 20 inches long by 20 inches tall. Now, compare that to my Litter Robot 3, which is roughly 25 inches long, 27 inches wide, and 30 inches tall. For what it is, it's not that big. Another feature I like is this LED ring, as well as the touch sensor buttons. It definitely gives it that like futuristic vibe to it that I really do like. One of the things I don't really care about, I mean, yeah, I do like this sort of silver on white color palette, but I wish that you could choose different colors. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm pretty sure that there's like one manufacturer overseas that makes all these litter boxes and then sells them off to different companies to just slap their own logos on and sell them as a different litter box. Because, you know, I have that teal one that looks identical. So I'm sure you can find other colors out there, but under this retailer alone from currently, you're only able to get this gray or silver, whatever you want to call it, color. So that's something I think would be pretty cool, especially since it's not that difficult. I'm pretty sure these things just snap off. So if you had different colors, you could just slap them on. But for appearance, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Next category is features. Well, to be honest, besides it being an automatic litter box where it can automatically siphon out the fecal matter and separate from the litter, like what it's supposed to do, it's got some other cool little things. For instance, it's got a very easy, accessible area so you could dispose of the waste, as well as replace the bags that catches it. It also links through an app so you can monitor your cat's usage, as well as, you know, sort of go back through the records and keep track of how often the cat's using it. You know, you can use that information for health reasons and stuff for your cat. I don't really use that. It's not my type of thing, but I'm sure somebody out there would enjoy that. The next thing is the litter tray or catcher, whatever you want to call it. That thing actually does really well. On my other litter automatic litter box that I showed earlier in the video, does not have that. And trust me, when the cats were using that one, a lot of litter got out of the litter box. So the fact that they added that, very helpful. As well as the mat that they use on this one. It's very spongy-like material, so it doesn't hurt your feet when you walk on it barefoot. And it does a real good job catching and retaining the excess litter that gets out. So, pretty good. With that said, when it comes to features, well, there are a few other features that you can find in some of the competitors this one doesn't have. So, on that note, I would give it a 4 out of 5 for features. Next is, well, price. Currently, this thing is selling for $430 online. I know that sounds like quite a bit, but when you compare it to some of its competitors, again, that's not that bad. You'd never find myself spending $400 or more on a litter box. But if you're somebody that's looking for something like this and already is expecting to be spending quite a bit of money, that's honestly not a bad price. When you look around, you'll see. So with that said, I would give it a 3 out of 5 for price. The last and most important category is performance. How well did this thing do? To be honest, well, it did pretty good. I did find some issues going through the app. I don't know if it was just on my end when it came to doing connections and stuff like that. I'm not the most tech savvy guy out there, so it could have just been me. So I'm not going to dock it for the app stuff. On that note, I would give it a 5 out of 5 for performance, which brings us to an overall average of 4 out of 5. So that's not a bad score at all. Would I recommend this product? Totally. I think it's a great product. There are a few things, though, that I have noticed that I would like to address so you guys, you know, the company out there that actually makes these things could try to improve on. 1. All right, when it came time to do a full clean, empty out all the litter, if you have a lot of litter in there, it doesn't want to catch it all at once. It took me 2 cycles to get most of it into the bag, and there was still quite a bit left in the bowl. I had to vacuum it out. Maybe adding a little lip or something that catches on the inside to help force the litter in. That might help a little bit too. I have, honestly, I'm not really sure how you go about fixing that, but when cleaning this thing out, yes, it's nice, it just quickly detaches from the base and you can take it up and wash it out and scrub it. Well, the thing is, since it's one assembly, it's a pain in the butt to do. And then when it comes to trying to drain out all the water, that back portion where the plug is, it's flat. All right? If you could make that more of a funnel, so it funnels out all that water out the back port, that would be great, because honestly, it is a pain to try to shake out all that water. And the next one, and this is honestly very crucial, I could see this being a crippling factor when it comes to these litter boxes, and that is the actual retaining clip for the litter bag, or whatever you want to call it, the disposal waste bag. Where you wrap it around those little hooks, well, those hooks are actually part of the dome. So if you break one off, well, good luck, you're not replacing it. Okay, and that pretty much, if you break them off, you're crippling that whole thing. You have to find some other way to fasten your bag tightly around there. So if you could design it where that is a replaceable part, so if you break it, you can order a new piece, that would be great. But if you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button below, that and subscribe to my channel to see more how-to videos. If you've enjoyed this video and have an idea for a how-to video, or you have a product you'd like me to review, please leave it in the comments below. I love reading them. But on that note, God bless and good luck.
3,